Governor Bush, as Christians, the very first mandate given to us in the Bible is to be stewards of creation. This includes all of creation, including the people of the earth, the environment, and the creatures that call it home.
Yep.
So as a Christian leader and Commander-in-Chief of America, what are you going to do to ensure a clean and healthy earth for future generations?
I do think we have a duty. I appreciate the question. I do think we have, as not just as Christians, but humans, have a duty to respect the natural environment. And I would like to get back to a broader conversation of environmental policy, away from just singly talking about climate change as the only thing that matters. Clean water matters. Clean air matters. Protecting wild America matters. Preserving our heritage matters. We have a $10 billion backlog in our national park system, but our federal government is buying more and more land and restricting its access all across the West. We should spend more money on maintaining the beauty of our country in terms of parks and make sure that there's more access for people to participate in the nature that's around us. We need to have much more cooperation as it relates to critter management, species management. It should not be used as a top-down tool, a club from the federal government. There should be much more deference to the states. We have, out west, there's a problem with, there was a threat of listing the sage grouse. At the same time, they actually had hunting licenses for the sage grouse. Total lack of coordination. And it was always because of this top-down driven approach from Washington, D.C. The better approach would be the one, I'll give you an example, of the manatee in Florida. I was governor of the state, so I'm going to be a little selfish and talk about what I know some about. The manatee was a listed species, and we created a management protection plan that was locally inspired. Some of the voters didn't like the fact that we created no speed zones, but it worked. And the manatee population has increased, and the federal government was our partner in this. They didn't tell us what we had to do. And the net effect was we balanced the economic interests of our state with protecting one of nature's most incredible creatures, the wily manatee. So I think there's a better approach to doing this than using this as a political wedge issue. And climate change is important. The climate is changing. Part of it has to be man-made, for sure, given the fact that we have such a large population on this planet. But I, for one, don't think that that's the only issue that should be discussed. And I, for one, don't think that we should destroy our economic activity for trying to deal with something whose impacts are uncertain, and the timing of those impacts are even more uncertain. There's got to be a better approach, and the approach that we took in Florida was a bipartisan approach, consensus-driven, rather than politicizing it at the drop of a hat. I appreciate the question. I appreciate the fact that you made it a faith-driven question. It's also a political one, but it's important to discuss.